Hey guys, it's Eric from Team Rec here. We got a double deck profile this weekend. Decided to do a regional flight today, get my invite early, and we were successful on the first try. So we got this deck box, and very fortunately, I didn't get a voiceless voice mat. I got to pick my own, so I took this Appaloosa mat. It was a pretty good tournament. I just played 4 mirror matches, and I really like playing the mirror. It's fun and it's wholesome. Anyway, let's get into it. What can we really say about this? Very standard. So yeah, the engravers, Larry, Witch, Ash, Poplar, Oak. All of the engine's pretty solved. I don't think you need to play 2 Flamberge because you have the rest of your Fiendsmith engine for bodies. This card's insane. You can basically crawl back from nothing with it. Also makes the field spell a lot better too. So I decided to main the Bestials this time. I didn't do that for the main event. And as you might have seen in the finals, these go crazy. If people get greedy and want to do their Fiendsmith combo, you just produce more bodies this way while also stopping them. Probably want to see that one first and grab that one, of course. But also, if you're not playing the Zealantis OTK, this gives you an extra layer of pressure when you're going through access code. And this plays around Nib, I think, a little bit better because you can summon these in the battle phase while they have a body. So the other hand traps, I just kept it the same this time. I just went with 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Nib, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm. You have to play a high count. You need to see at least 2. I think Nibiru is the best hand trap of these 5. Spells, Tractus, Tract, as we know it now. 3 Wanted, 3 Bonfire, Field, OSS, I know, Revolutionary. I just stuck with the cross out. I know like better players just decide it for when they're going first, but this isn't even bad going second. And if I'm playing a lot of mirrors, honestly, this puts in a lot of work while you're breaking the board. Yeah, it may come at a disadvantage if you're using your own engine pieces sometimes, but sometimes you can just hit a lot of different things. Even going second, you're still playing in a certain hand trap, so I still think it's good. And like, even worst case, I've banished like a Snake Eye name just to get out of Oak. That's really copium, but it's happened. And then I just played 2 talents. I cut the Called By. I was playing it in my 46 card deck and seeing it way too often, but it's not real. Like, it's pretty good going second in the mirror, but I'd rather just have access to other cards and more hand traps. I cut the Called By and the Black Goat because those are just greedy going first cards for the Bestials, which are actually just a little bit more of a 2-way card. And I'd rather have bodies than like stopping my opponent's stuff. I'm like a firm believer of this format and just using your engine to push through and win games. It's not always about non-engine, because a lot of people strategize to just play around non-engine now, like Talonist, Dark Ruler, all that stuff. Extra, I basically just refined what I was using. I went to those. That's pretty much the same. All that was pretty standard. Same for my last list from the main event. The Fiendsmith stuff. All this is really good. Like I said, this card's so cracked. even if you're not using those like spicy one-ofs, like Angel, Blue Tears, D-Barrier, all that stuff, you can just use this to dump engine. Like there were times where I was just grinding on nothing, and I just used this to dump OSS and then just get my snake eye line started for when I needed to do a crackback and I only had access to the Fiendsmith engine. And then I cut the Necro Quip because I thought that was like really greedy if I wasn't playing M7. So I was just basically using it to like turbo Beatrice. But I decided just to play Nightmare Griffin. I could use it to potentially just like Beatrice out things that I wanted and set them. Mainly side cards. And on that note, I'll just pivot right into the side here. Card of the format. You will see that it's doubled in price over the weekend. They laughed at him, and now he's laughing. Multiple Charmies. But no, seriously, they go crazy. Honestly, no one actually played into it. I just used it to skip turns, and they looked at me all smug, like they were playing around it. But I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna summon Snake Eye Ash now, and you didn't do anything of value. So this was crazy. And then I played one Dogwood. No comment. It does go crazy though. It's actually just like this card. I honestly just think it's a fourth Mulcharmy because cards and life points, they're both resources that you want to prevent your opponent from accruing. So this sort of puts them on that mind game. Honestly, this is just control. Like you're just cornering your opponent into a certain line, and then they either back off or they go full bore kind of out of fear, and then you just hand trap them. Anyway, on the kind of theory that I just wanted to use Mulcharmy going second and just draw into things, I just cut the 3 ofs and then made room for 2 mind control, because this goes insane against stuff like Apo or anything. It just puts pressure on, right? You gotta love the steel spells. They're kind of hard to play around, especially in the mirror. And then I just rolled back on these and put them into the side for going first. Just like the 4th cross out basically. And then I think I played it going second one time just to go into the board. Getting rid of the princess or just engine pieces I think is pretty valuable. So I kept it in. Black Goat. This card's really good. Just dumping out Beatrice. I think it's a lot better against stuff like Tenpai, where they kind of have a more linear engine. There's a lot more versatility with like Snake Eye Fiendsmith. They can just kind of pivot between engines, but you can kind of hit them. You can kind of hit the more mid-range decks with this. So I like that. I actually used it very incorrectly. I flipped it and thought I was using the second effect. Noob mistake. It's been a long weekend. And then I just went free skill drain. Best flood going first. Not many decks can do a lot with skill drain up. But yeah, that's the deck. I'm really psyched to get to go to Nats next year. So we're going to run it back and hopefully improve on this year's performance. Anyways, thanks guys. Take care.